My beloved child, I don't say this lightly, and I don't speak these words to everyone. This moment has found you on purpose. I have watched you carry questions you never say out loud. I have seen the quiet weight you bear when no one else notices. And I need you to listen closely now, because what I am asking you to do right now will shift more than you realize. You've been waiting for clarity, but I've been waiting for your attention. Not the distracted kind. Not the kind where you listen with your ears while your heart stays guarded. I'm speaking to the part of you that still hopes, even after disappointment. The part of you that wonders why doors closed when you were sure I sent you there. This is not random. This is not delay. This is preparation. Right now, you are standing at a threshold you can't see yet. You think the struggle has been slowing you down, but it has been positioning you. Every unanswered prayer has been teaching you how to hear me differently. Every moment you felt overlooked has been sharpening your discernment. I know you've asked, why now? But the real question is, will you move when I whisper instead of when I shout? I need you to do this right now. Pause the noise. Not later. Not tomorrow. Right now in your spirit. Choose to trust me without needing the full picture. A decision unlocks something. Heaven responds to obedience faster than it responds to urgency. And what I'm about to reveal requires you to be still enough to recognize it. There is a pattern you haven't noticed yet. The same resistance showing up in different forms. The same fear wearing new disguises. You thought it was coincidence, but it's confirmation. The enemy only repeats attacks where destiny is close. You are closer than you think. Don't skip over this moment. Something huge is waiting for you on the other side of your obedience. I am not asking you to be perfect. I am asking you to be present. Bring me your uncertainty. Bring me your tired faith. Bring me the questions you're afraid to ask. When you do, watch how I respond, not with condemnation, but with direction. You've been praying for change, yet I've been preparing you for alignment. Stay till the end of this message in your heart, because I am building something step by step inside you. What feels like pressure is actually precision. What feels like silence is actually focus. I am removing distractions you once called blessings because where I'm taking you requires clarity, not clutter. You don't need more signs. You need courage. Courage to release what no longer fits the version of you I'm calling forward. Courage to say yes before comfort appears. This is the moment where small obedience creates massive impact. Don't skip this. Your next instruction is closer than you think, and it will arrive when your heart is fully open, not halfway guarded. I am with you. I have always been with you. And what comes next will make sense of everything that came before. I see the moment you always turned back. The second your heart whispered, "This is too much." You didn't say it out loud, but I heard it. And I want you to know something right now. You were never meant to carry this alone. What you're feeling isn't weakness. It's the stretching that happens right before growth becomes visible. You've been interpreting resistance as a sign to stop. But I need you to hear me clearly now. Resistance is evidence that movement has already begun. Nothing pushes back against something that isn't advancing. The pressure you feel is not meant to crush you. It's meant to confirm you're walking in the right direction. This is why I asked you to listen earlier, because what I'm revealing now only makes sense if you've chosen trust over control. There's a hidden shift happening inside you. Not around you. Inside you. Your perspective is changing, even if your circumstances haven't caught up yet. You're learning how to stand without needing instant results. You're discovering how to obey without applause. That kind of faith reshapes everything. Don't skip over this truth. It's foundational for what's coming next. You've been asking me to remove the obstacles, but I've been strengthening your discernment instead. Soon, you'll recognize which doors are distractions and which ones carry destiny. That's why some opportunities faded. That's why certain people drifted. I wasn't punishing you. I was protecting what I placed within you. Stay till the end of this moment with me, because this understanding will change how you interpret your past. Right now, I want you to do something bold in your spirit. Release the timeline you built in your mind. It's been limiting your peace. I operate beyond your schedules, yet I am never late. When you cling to your timing, you miss my precision. What I'm preparing will arrive fully formed, not rushed, not fragile. Something huge is waiting for you, but it requires patience refined by trust. You're closer than you think to a breakthrough that won't just change one area of your life. It will realign multiple paths at once. That's why this season feels intense. I'm not adjusting one detail. I'm orchestrating a convergence. Your obedience here echoes further than you can see. Every quiet yes you offer is reshaping outcomes ahead of you. I know you've wondered if you misheard me before. That doubt has lingered. Let me settle it now. I do not tease my children with false direction. When I speak, it carries purpose, even when understanding comes later. The confusion you felt wasn't from me. It came from trying to rush clarity before character was ready. Don't skip this next realization. You are being invited into a deeper partnership with me, not just answered prayers. I want your heart aligned, not just your circumstances improved. When alignment comes first, provision follows naturally. You won't have to chase what I've already assigned to meet you. Breathe. Let your spirit rest in this truth. You don't need to strive harder. You need to listen deeper. I am about to guide you in a way that feels unfamiliar but unmistakably right. And when the next instruction arrives, it will come with peace, not panic. Hold on to that. We are not done yet, and what unfolds next will confirm why this moment mattered so much. There is something I need to bring into the light now, something you sense but never fully name. You've been standing between two versions of yourself, the one shaped by survival and the one shaped by surrender. This tension you feel is not confusion, it's a crossing. And crossings are never comfortable because they require you to leave something behind without always knowing exactly what you're stepping into. I have been watching how carefully you protect yourself. Not out of pride, but out of pain. You learned to guard your heart because disappointment taught you caution. But hear me clearly now. The walls that once kept you safe can no longer take you where I'm leading you. This next movement requires trust at a deeper level. Not blind trust, but relational trust. Trust built on knowing my voice even when it asks you to move before certainty arrives. You've been waiting for a dramatic sign, something undeniable. But I often speak through persistent nudges, quiet confirmations, and repeated inner stirrings. That restlessness you feel when you try to stay the same, that's me. I am unsettling what no longer aligns so you don't settle for less than what was designed for you. Don't skip this realization. Your discomfort is not a problem to fix, it's a signal to follow. There's also something else happening that you haven't fully understood yet. I am recalibrating your desires. Some things you once wanted desperately don't pull on you the same way anymore. That's not loss, that's refinement. I am teaching you the difference between craving and calling. One drains you, the other anchors you. Stay till the end of this message in your spirit, because this distinction will protect you from future regret. You've been measuring progress by visible outcomes, but I measure it by inner alignment. When your heart begins to agree with my direction before your life does, that's when acceleration quietly begins. What looks slow right now is actually stable, and what is stable will last. Something huge is waiting for you, not just an answered prayer, but a transformed posture toward everything you pray for next. Let me address the fear you haven't admitted yet. The fear of getting your hopes up again. You're afraid that believing deeply might hurt more if things don't turn out the way you imagine. But I never ask you to trust outcomes, I ask you to trust me. When your hope rests in me rather than a specific result, disappointment loses its grip. That's freedom, and I want that for you. Right now, you are learning how to move without rushing and how to wait without wasting time. That balance is rare, and it's being formed in you intentionally. This is why interruptions have redirected you. This is why plans shifted unexpectedly. I wasn't delaying you. I was rerouting you away from unnecessary battles and towards strategic peace. Don't skip over this next truth. The season ahead will require discernment more than effort. Not everything that calls your name will be sent by me. But because of what I'm doing now, you'll recognize my invitations by the peace that accompanies them, even when they stretch you. Anxiety pushes. I lead. You're not behind. You're not late. You're not forgotten. You are being positioned with precision. And as this unfolds, you'll begin to notice doors opening with less force and more favor. When that happens, you'll understand why I asked you to do what I asked earlier, why listening mattered more than rushing, and why this moment was never small at all. I want to speak to the strength you don't recognize yet, the kind that doesn't announce itself, but holds everything together when no one is watching. You've been underestimating what I've been building in you during the quiet moments, the moments where nothing seemed to change, yet everything was being rearranged beneath the surface. This is where true authority is formed, not in noise, but in surrender. You've asked me before if this season would ever end, but what you didn't realize is that this season was shaping how you will carry what comes next. Blessings without maturity become burdens. Influence without grounding becomes pressure. I love you too much to rush you into something that could overwhelm you later. That's why I slowed certain things down, not to frustrate you, but to fortify you. There is a decision approaching, and it will look dramatic on the outside. Others may not even notice it, but in the unseen, it will realign your future. His choice won't be about right versus wrong, it will be about depth versus comfort. I'm preparing you to choose what strengthens your spirit, not just what soothes your emotions. Don't skip over this moment, because your discernment right now matters more than your speed. I know you've been tempted to look back, to wonder if things would have been easier had you chosen differently before. But hear me, nothing was wasted. Every detour refined you. Every delay trained you. Even the mistakes you regret taught you how to listen more closely to my voice. I redeem more than time. I redeem understanding. Something is about to feel lighter. Not because life suddenly becomes easy, but because you will stop carrying what was never yours to hold. I am calling you to release false responsibility, the need to fix everyone, prove yourself, or earn what I already promised. Stay till the end of this message in your heart, because this release will unlock peace you haven't felt in a long time. You are entering a phase where clarity will come in layers, not all at once. And that's intentional. If I showed you everything now, you'd be tempted to rely on information instead of intimacy. I want you close, not just informed. That's why I reveal just enough for the next step, and then I wait for your response. Relationship always comes before revelation. There's a reason you're feeling a quiet confidence replacing your old anxiety. It's not arrogance, it's alignment. You're starting to trust me without needing reassurance every step of the way. That's growth. And it's why doors that once required effort will soon open with favor. Something huge is waiting for you, and it's connected to this inner shift more than any external change. I need you to remember this when doubt tries to return. I am consistent, even when circumstances fluctuate. I am faithful, even when outcomes are unclear. And I am present, especially when you feel unsure. You don't need to fear what's ahead. You are not walking into it alone. I go before you, and I walk beside you. As you move forward, keep your heart soft and your ears open. The next instruction will come gently, but it will carry weight. When it does, you will recognize it, not by pressure but by peace. And in that moment, you'll understand why everything unfolded the way it did, and why doing what I asked you to do right now was the turning point all along. There is a quiet invitation unfolding now, and it's not coming with urgency or noise. It's coming with certainty. You don't need to rush toward it, but you do need to recognize it. This is one of those moments where what you choose internally will shape what unfolds externally. I am watching how you respond, not to pressure, but to peace. You've noticed the shift, even if you can't explain it. Situations that once strained you no longer have the same power. Voices that once influenced you now sound distant. That's not accidental. I've been refining your focus. When your focus changes, your future follows. And this refinement is necessary for what I'm about to entrust to you. I need you to understand something deeply personal right now. You are not just being guided, you are being prepared to guide others. Not by force, not by perfection, but by the quiet authority that comes from walking with me through uncertainty and choosing trust anyway. People will be drawn to the peace you carry before they ever hear the words you speak. Don't skip this moment. This realization changes how you see your purpose. You once thought your story was too broken to matter. But I've been weaving meaning into every chapter, even the ones you wanted to erase. The very places where you felt weakest are becoming sources of wisdom. This is how redemption works. It doesn't erase the past. It repurposes it. Stay till the end of this message in your spirit, because this truth will free you from shame you've carried too long. There is also release happening now, one final loosening of control. You're learning that trust isn't passive. It's active surrender. You're choosing to let me lead without constantly checking behind me. That kind of trust moves heaven. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to this posture more than any effort you could make. You may not see immediate changes, but you will feel alignment. And alignment always precedes acceleration. When things begin to move, they will move quickly, but not chaotically. They will move with order, clarity, and confirmation. You will recognize my hand in it because it won't steal your peace to advance your life. I know you're wondering how you'll know when the moment arrives. Let me tell you, it won't feel rushed. It won't feel forced. It will feel right, even if it stretches you. My direction always comes with calm authority, never panic. When that moment comes, don't hesitate. Respond with the same trust you've been learning here. You are stepping into a new rhythm with me. One where listening becomes instinct and obedience becomes natural. This rhythm will protect you from burnout and keep you grounded when others rush. It will anchor you when outcomes are uncertain and strengthen you when responsibility increases. Hold on to this as you move forward. I am not calling you to do more, I am calling you to walk closer. Everything else will flow from that. And when you look back, you'll see clearly that this sequence, this timing, this unfolding, it was never random. It was intentional. It was loving. And it was leading you exactly where you were meant to be. My beloved child, as you sense that quiet invitation forming in you, this is one way I allow you to step into it right now. You've prayed, "Use me, Lord," and I'm answering you by letting your generosity become a river that carries my word to souls who are waiting in silence. What you sow here becomes oil on weary hearts, fire in dark places, and bread multiplied far beyond what your eyes can see. When you give through Super Thanks, YouTube memberships, or PayPal, yes, the PayPal link is waiting for you in the video description. You are not funding a message, you are joining a mission. I'm opening the heavens over cheerful, willing hearts, and I am watching what is released in faith come back pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing. Let this moment be prophetic for you and your household, a holy alignment between obedience and blessing. Stretch your faith, give boldly, and watch how I multiply what you place in my hands. Do it now. Step into the flow and let generosity become your worship. There is a moment coming when you will realize that the waiting did something sacred inside you. Not because the answers finally arrived, but because you changed while you waited. Your reaction softened. Your hearing sharpened. Your spirit learned how to rest without giving up hope. That kind of transformation cannot be rushed, and it cannot be reversed. You used to think strength meant holding everything together, but I've been teaching you a deeper strength, the courage to let go without fear of collapse. You are learning that I do my best work not when you are exhausted from trying, but when you finally allow me to carry what was never meant to sit on your shoulders. Don't skip this truth, because it redefines how you move forward from here. Something subtle but powerful is happening now. You're no longer asking, "How do I make this work?" You're beginning to ask, "Does this align with what you're doing in me?" That shift protects you. It saves you from chasing what looks good but costs too much. It keeps you from confusing activity with obedience. Stay till the end of this moment in your heart, because this discernment will guard your future. You may feel like you've been stripped of certain certainties, but what you're really being given is clarity. I'm narrowing your focus so you don't dilute your energy. Where I'm taking you, distractions would be dangerous. That's why some things had to fall away quietly. Not everything exits with drama. Some things simply expire when their assignment is complete. I know part of you still fears disappointment. You've learned how to manage expectations as a form of self-protection. But hear me now, hope is not a liability when it is anchored in me. I am not asking you to lower your expectations. I am asking you to place them correctly. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will exceed what you imagine because it won't be built on illusion, but on alignment. You are about to notice that decisions feel clearer. Not easier, but clear. The fog is lifting, and when the path becomes visible, you'll realize it was there all along. You just weren't ready to walk it yet. Timing matters. Readiness matters. And you are more ready than you think. There is also a new tenderness forming in you. A compassion that wasn't there before. That, too, is intentional. Where I'm leading you, influence will come not through force but through understanding. People will trust you because you listen. They will open up because you don't rush them. This is how my heart moves through you, quietly, faithfully, effectively. Don't skip over this final thought I'm placing before you now. The next season will not demand a new version of you. It will require the truest version of you. No masks, no proving, no striving. Just presence, obedience, and trust. You won't need to announce what I'm doing. The fruit will speak for itself. As you take your next steps, remember this: when uncertainty appears, return to stillness. When pressure rises, return to listening. When fear whispers, return to what you already know about me. I have not brought you this far to abandon you now. You are being led. You are being kept. You are being prepared. And what unfolds next will confirm, in ways both quiet and undeniable, that listening in this moment changed everything. There is a deeper knowing settling into you now, and it doesn't come from answers. It comes from trust that has been tested and proven. You're beginning to recognize my voice not just when things are calm, but when everything feels uncertain. That's maturity. That's relationship. And that's why what comes next will require less explanation and more obedience. You are standing at the edge of a shift that won't announce itself loudly. It will come quietly, almost gently, and that's why many would miss it. But you won't. You've been trained in stillness. You've learned how to notice subtly. When the moment arrives, you'll feel a steady confidence rather than a rush of emotion. That's how you'll know it's me. I want to address something you've been wrestling with internally. The fear that if you fully step forward, you might lose parts of yourself you've grown attached to. But hear me clearly. I am not taking anything from you that you truly need. I'm only removing what would limit you later. What feels like loss now will soon be recognized as space for clarity, peace, and purpose to expand. Don't skip this moment. Something huge is waiting for you, and it's connected to your willingness to trust me without needing to negotiate every detail. You don't have to understand the entire path. You only have to take the step that's being placed in front of you now. Obedience in small moments unlocks direction in larger ones. You've been learning how to move without needing validation. That's intentional. Where you're going, external approval won't always accompany internal calling. But you won't need it the way you once did. My affirmation has been settling deeper in you, anchoring you when opinions fluctuate. Stay till the end of this message in your heart, because this anchoring will keep you steady when responsibility increases. There will be moments ahead when you're tempted to rush back into old patterns, overthinking, over-explaining, overextending. When that happens, pause. Return to what you've learned here. Stillness before action. Listening before response. Trust before certainty. This rhythm will protect you more than strategy ever could. You are not being sent ahead unprepared. Everything you've walked through has equipped you for what's coming. Even the seasons that felt unproductive were strengthening muscles you will rely on later. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was random. Every delay, every redirection, every quiet correction was part of the same unfolding. I want you to carry this with you now. You are allowed to move forward without fear of collapse. I am sustaining what I've initiated. You don't have to hold everything together anymore. Let me lead. Let me order your steps. Let me open what no one can shut. When the next door opens, and it will, you won't have to force it. You'll simply walk through with peace. And when you do, you'll realize something profound. The breakthrough wasn't just the change around you. It was the transformation within you that made everything else possible. Remain attentive. Remain humble. Remain open. What unfolds next will feel unmistakably aligned, and when it does, you'll know. This moment, this listening, this obedience, was exactly why you were ready. I want you to notice how your spirit has become quieter, not empty, but settled. That stillness is not absence. It is readiness. You are no longer reaching for answers with desperation. You are receiving direction with discernment. This is the posture I've been guiding you toward all along, because what I entrust next requires steadiness more than speed. There is a responsibility forming around you now, even if no one has named it yet. It isn't heavy, but it is sacred. It will ask you to show up consistently, not impressively, to choose integrity when shortcuts look appealing, to remain rooted when recognition tries to pull you off center. You've been prepared for this quietly, intentionally, through moments no one applauded, and that preparation matters. You've wondered why certain things didn't take off when you were ready, why momentum stalled just as confidence grew. But hear me now. I was protecting you from stepping into influence before your foundation was secure. Influence magnifies whatever it rests upon. And I needed your heart anchored, your motives clarified, your identity settled in me before doors opened wider. Don't skip this truth. It explains delays that once felt personal. Something huge is waiting for you, but it isn't just a moment. It's a stewardship. And stewardship requires humility. It asks you to remain teachable even when you're capable. It calls you to listen longer than you speak. This is why I've been training your patience. Not to slow you down, but to keep you aligned when acceleration comes. You may notice now that certain temptations no longer have the same pull. Not because you're stronger in yourself, but because your desire has shifted. What once satisfied you temporarily now feels shallow. That's growth. That's discernment. That's evidence that your hunger is changing. And what you hunger for determines what fills you. Stay till the end of this message in your heart, because I need you to remember this when things begin to move. Clarity does not mean absence of challenge. It means presence of purpose. There will still be decisions to make, risks to take, moments that stretch you. But you won't be guessing anymore. You'll be guided. There's also refining of your voice happening. You won't need to raise it to be heard. Authority will come from consistency, not volume. People will listen because your words carry weight, shaped by experience and soften by compassion. This is how my wisdom flows through you, not forcefully, but faithfully. You are learning how to remain anchored even as surroundings change. That is rare, and it is necessary for what's ahead. When others react emotionally, you will respond thoughtfully. When others rush, you will move deliberately. This difference is not accidental, it's cultivated. Don't skip over this final alignment I'm bringing into focus now. Your calling and your character are being synchronized. No more separation between who you are privately and how you show up publicly. Integrity is becoming instinctive. And when integrity leads, favor follows without strain. As you continue forward, remember this. When uncertainty tries to return, it's not a sign you've lost direction. It's simply an invitation to listen again. I will continue to guide you, step by step, breath by breath. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right where refinement turns into release. What unfolds next will feel both new and familiar. New in opportunity, familiar in peace. And when you recognize that peace, you'll know you've arrived exactly where obedience was leading you all along. And now I want you to hear me without anticipation, without fear, without bracing yourself for what comes next. Just listen, because this is the moment where everything settles into truth. You are not standing on the edge of uncertainty anymore. You are standing in alignment. And alignment changes how the future responds to you. You've reached a place where trust no longer feels forced. It feels natural. You're no longer convincing yourself to believe. You're choosing to rest. That is not small. That is the evidence that something has healed, something has matured, something has finally come into agreement with my heart for you. What once felt fragile in you has become steady. I know you may still be looking around, wondering when the external confirmation will arrive. But hear me clearly now. The greatest confirmation has already happened inside you. Peace has replaced striving. Discernment has replaced confusion. Confidence has replaced fear. These are not emotions, they are markers. And they tell me you're ready. Don't skip this final truth I'm placing before you. The breakthrough you were asking for was never meant to just change your situation. It was meant to change how you walk through every situation from now on. You will still face challenges, but they will no longer define you. You will still wait at times, but waiting will no longer weaken you. You will still step into unknown spaces, but you will do so anchored, not anxious. Something huge is waiting for you. But now you understand that huge doesn't always mean loud. Sometimes it means lasting. Sometimes it means peace that stays. Sometimes it means purpose that unfolds steadily instead of suddenly. And that kind of blessing doesn't shake you, it strengthens you. As you move forward from this moment, remember this: you don't have to search for my presence. You carry it. You don't have to fear the next step. I will illuminate it when it's time. You don't have to prove your calling. Fruit will speak louder than effort ever could. Stay with me in the quiet moments. Return to me when the world grows loud. Let listening remain your first response, not your last resort. This rhythm we've formed together will keep you grounded when life accelerates and centered when opportunities expand. You are not becoming someone else. You are becoming who you were always meant to be: free, anchored, discerning, and led. And as you walk forward, you will notice doors opening not because you pushed them, but because alignment invited them. I am with you. I am ahead of you. I am within you. And I will continue to guide you with patience, clarity, and love that does not waver. Receive this. Walk in it. Rest in it. Amen. My beloved child, now that peace has settled and alignment has taken root, I'm inviting you to seal this moment with action. You've heard me say that something huge is waiting, and this is where heaven and earth meet through your obedience. When you give, you turn listening into movement, and movement into harvest. Seeds become fields, drops become rivers, and faith ignites fire that reaches lives you may never meet. I say to you, give, and it will be given to you, not as a memory, but as a living promise unfolding right now. Through Super Thanks YouTube memberships, with a PayPal link in the video description, you step into my work of spreading light, truth, and hope. I bless what you sow with favor, protection, peace, and increase, and I mark this act as a turning point for you and your family. Heaven is watching, and I am pleased with willing hearts. Give now, open your hand, release it in faith, and let my abundance flow through you without measure. My beloved child, before you move on, I want you to do something meaningful right now. I don't say this lightly, but please do this right now. Hype this video. When you hype it, you are lifting this message so it reaches souls who are standing where you once stood, waiting for a word that could realign their life. Liking the video matters too, but hyping it is prophetic action. It tells the platform, this message must not be hidden. As you hype and like, you are partnering with me to amplify truth, to push light forward, and to make sure this moment finds the next heart that needs it. Now, as the video ends and the weight of this word settles in you, I want your voice to rise. Go to the comments and declare what you are choosing to do right now, not tomorrow, not someday, but now. Write it boldly. I choose alignment. I choose obedience. I choose to trust God right now. Let your declaration be a seed in the ground, a public act of faith tied to this moment. When you speak it, heaven hears it, and others will be strengthened by your courage. And finally, hear me in this. If this message spoke directly to you, if you felt known, seen, and guided here, then this channel is not accidental for you. Subscribe, not casually, but intentionally, because every message released here is designed to meet you at critical moments, to steady you when decisions matter, and to remind you that you are never walking alone. By subscribing, you are choosing to stay connected to my voice, to receive what you need when you need it, and to walk this journey with consistency and faith. Let this be your yes, your alignment, your covering. Subscribe now and remain where my word continues to find you. Amen.